Let's dive straight into the big controversy playing out over SP's Ram Gopal Yadav hurling an abusive comment at the Chief Justice of India, and he may just face a contempt charge for the shocking comment that he made on the CJI. The SP Neta, while speaking to the media, was asked about his comment on the CJI's comments about the Ram Mandir ruling. And at that point, he resorted to abusing the CJI using a shocking cuss word that we cannot air on national television. Now, the SP Neta, soon after using that word, now could face serious action, and that of contempt charge. There is the possibility of criminal contempt proceedings being initiated against Ram Gopal Yadav, because clearly the law states that any words spoken or written that scandalizes or tend to scandalize or lowers the dignity of the court can lead to a contempt charge. So we'll have to wait and see if that is truly the case for Ram Gopal Yadav. Let's play out for you the shocking comment made by the SP Neta.
और ये मंदिर दिख रहा है, सब रविवार की बात है। छोड़ा यार, वो तो जो ये तमाम इसी तरह की बातें कहते रहते हैं, तो क्या शुड आई टेक नोटिस ऑफ देम? तो अपनी बाबरी मस्जिद और ये मंदिर दिख रहा है, सब रविवार की बात है। छोड़ा यार, वो तो जो ये तमाम इसी तरह की बातें तो अपनी बाबरी मस्जिद और ये मंदिर दिख रहा है, सब रविवार की बात है। छोड़ा यार, वो तो जो ये तमाम इसी तरह की बातें कहते रहते हैं, तो क्या शुड आई टेक नोटिस ऑफ देम? तो अपनी बाबरी मस्जिद और ये मंदिर दिख रहा है, सब रविवार की बात है। छोड़ा यार, वो तो जो ये तमाम इसी तरह की बातें कहते रहते हैं, तो क्या शुड आई टेक नोटिस ऑफ देम?
We've had to beep out the abusive word because of just the low level of commentary there by the SP Neta. Nalini Sharma, legal editor, is joining us with more on this. Away from the politics, Nalini, in this particular case, the kind of shocking comment that Ram Gopal Yadav has made, he could face contempt charges, criminal contempt charges.
Well, Akshita, this comment was made by the Rajya Sabha MP in response to what the Chief Justice of India had said while he was addressing a public gathering in his native village near Pune. In a village, he was speaking to the people there while he was being felicitated, and he was talking about the Ayodhya judgment. So while speaking about that, he'd spoken about how he prayed to God for one of the longest standing legal disputes in the history of Indian judiciary to be resolved as early as possible, and he prayed to God that a resolution be brought. So in response to that is this comment that has been made by Ram Gopal Yadav. And this can, of course, lead to contempt of court, because the words that have been used with an intention to lower the dignity and lower the standing of not only the Chief Justice of India, but by association, even the Supreme Court of India, because he is the first judge and he is heading the judiciary of the country. So keeping that in mind, there might be proceedings that can be initiated under the Contempt of Court Act of criminal contempt against him. But that can only be done either by the court suo motu on regard of his comments, or if a complaint is made by a specific person against Ram Gopal Yadav. Now, in the past, Akshita, let me tell you, we have seen the Supreme Court not use the contempt jurisdiction in a very lenient manner, because there has to be certain guidelines under which the contempt jurisdiction is used. So it remains to be seen as to whether or not the higher judiciary will even pay any heed to these comments that have been made by Ram Gopal Yadav. But as the law clearly states, he can face imprisonment for up to 6 months or a fine of 2,000 rupees or both. In case criminal proceedings are initiated against him, criminal contempt proceedings are initiated against him, and in case he's found guilty for this.
So there could be serious charges against Ram Gopal Yadav for the comment that he's made. Nalini explaining it to you that this isn't just an insult to D.Y. Chandrachud. He is the CJI, and therefore it's an insult of the top court of the country, which is why this could attract a serious contempt charge against Ram Gopal Yadav. Let's highlight for you that so far nobody's taken cognizance per se of what the SP Neta has said. But if a complaint were filed against Ram Gopal Yadav, there could be serious repercussions for him. Remember, the SP Neta was reacting to a comment made by the Chief Justice, Mr. D.Y. Chandrachud, over the Ayodhya ruling, over the Ram Mandir case, where he said that we had prayed and then we got essentially some sort of direction of how to take this case forward. It's over that the SP Neta reacted in this manner. So let's play out for you exactly what the CJI had said.
कित्येक वेळा काम करताना असं होतं बघा कोर्टात की याचा पर्याय काय आहे, याचा सोल्युशन काय आहे हे सुचत नाही आपल्याला. जेव्हा मी अयोध्येचं काम माझ्यापुढे आलं होतं, आणखी आम्ही 3 महिने अयोध्येच्या कामावर आम्ही विचार करत होतो, त्यावेळेला मी आपल्या दररोजच्या दैनंदिन जीवनात माझी पूजा करतो, तेव्हा मी देवांच्या पुढे भगवंतांच्या पुढे मी बसतो तिथे आणि मी त्यांना सांगितलं ह्याच्यात मार्ग तुम्हीच शोधून द्या आणि आपला जर का विश्वास असेल, आपली आस्था असेल तर मार्ग आपल्याला नेहमी देव शोधून देतात.
Okay, let's bring in Samaj Srivastava for more details on the big political fight that's broken out over this. Samaj, the unfortunate comments by Ram Gopal Yadav, has there been any reaction, any apology or any sort of clarification for that matter from Ram Gopal Yadav or from the party, from Samajwadi Party?
Well, exactly. Clarification has come from Samajwadi Party. It is being said that Ram Gopal Yadav did not know that the question is about the CJI. Earlier, we saw in the video when a media person is asking Ram Gopal Yadav about the CJI, saying something about the Ayodhya Ram Temple. Then he, in a way, used a controversial term, a low-level language for the CJI, and later on he went on to say that what should I do about that? Though in few moments later, after the BJP attacked the Samajwadi Party for the same, BJP leaders saying that Samajwadi Party has no belief on constitution, and that's why Ram Gopal Yadav is using such controversial language for the CJI. Strict action must be taken against Ram Gopal Yadav. That's what the BJP is currently saying. In some moments later, we saw Samajwadi Party clarifying things and saying that Ram Gopal Yadav had no idea that the question is about the CJI.
That's bizarre.
And that's why
Quite
he
simply,
responded
that's bizarre,
like
Samaj,
this.
because if you listen to the comment, he speaks in length about the CJI's comment. He speaks in length about the entire issue and then finally adds that terrible language, uses that kind of abusive words against the CJI. So that kind of a response simply isn't going to cut it. Samaj, stay with me. The clarification that you're referring to, let's play that out for our viewers.
कोई CJI संबंध में सवाल ही किसी ने नहीं पूछा. Nobody has asked any question about CJI. CJI is a very erudite person, excellent. अरे हमने कौन सी टिप्पणी की? जब तक CJI के बारे में किसी ने पूछा ही नहीं, दादा कोई चीज जोड़ो अलग बात. हमसे सिर्फ बहराइच के बारे में पूछा, उसके बारे में पूछा. बहराइच के लोग ये कह रहे, फलाना ये कह रहे. CJI का तो कोई सवाल ही नहीं. अब तो अपनी बाबरी मस्जिद और ये मंदिर दिख रहा है.
रविवार की बात है.
थोड़ा यार, वो तो जो ये तमाम इसी तरह की बातें कहते रहते हैं. तो क्या शुड आई टेक नोटिस ऑफ देम? अब तो अपनी बाबरी मस्जिद और ये मंदिर दिख रहा है.
रविवार की बात है.
थोड़ा यार, वो तो जो ये तमाम इसी तरह की बातें कहते रहते हैं. तो क्या शुड आई टेक नोटिस ऑफ देम?
So we've played out for you the clarification. We also played out for you what he originally said, for you, the viewer, to decide whether Ram Gopal Yadav's clarification makes any sense at all. And Samaj, like I was saying, you know, he goes in detail, speaks about what the CJI's comment was about the entire controversy, and then uses the abusive word. So this kind of a clarification saying, I didn't know it was with the CJI, simply doesn't cut it. And there will be questions about whether the Samajwadi Party will come out to condemn what their senior Neta has said, whether they will issue an apology.
Well, exactly, Akshita. This sort of statement, the low level of language used for CJI is not acceptable at all, be it from any party, from any leader. And now what we see in the video, what we listen in the visuals, clearly that Ram Gopal Yadav is answering to the question asked about the CJI by the reporters present there. Though few moments later, Ram Gopal Yadav is clarifying that the question was more about the Bahraich violence and not about the CJI. Though the things are still unclear about the same, but it's not the first time. Ram Gopal Yadav has been in the headlines for such statements earlier also. During the Pran Pratishtha, when he was in Saifai and he was asked about Ram Temple, he also made another controversial statement. So it's not the first time when Ram Gopal Yadav has given such a vague statement, we say. And this time around, this happened when asked about the CJI, because he was talking in a function about the Ayodhya Ram Temple Pran Pratishtha event. So that was the reference from the CJI when the question was asked. Ram Gopal used that particular controversial word and later went on to say, what should I do? And later, moments later, when BJP went down heavily on the Samajwadi Party MP Ram Gopal Yadav, he went on to clarify things. Though might be it's too late, because what's on air, what we see in the visuals is quite hard to digest. That coming from a senior leader from Samajwadi Party about CJI, which is clearly unacceptable. Back to you.
Absolutely. And at this point, there's been no comment from the Samajwadi Party. The only clarification has been from Ram Gopal Yadav himself, and he hasn't apologized. He merely says that he didn't know the question was on the CJI. Let's play out for you some reactions coming in now from the BJP.
रामगोपाल यादव जी ने जिस तरह की शब्दावली का इस्तेमाल सुप्रीम कोर्ट के प्रधान न्यायाधीश के प्रति किया है, ये न्यायपालिका की अवमानना भी है। समाजवादी पार्टी के संस्कारों को दिखाता है कि समाजवादी पार्टी देश के संविधान पर भरोसा नहीं करती, देश की स्वतंत्र न्यायपालिका पर भरोसा नहीं करती और गाली गलौज की भाषा का इस्तेमाल कर रही है। ये बहुत दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है, बहुत निंदाजनक है और समाजवादी पार्टी को प्रोफेसर रामगोपाल यादव के खिलाफ कठोर कार्रवाई करनी चाहिए। वो अपने नाम में प्रोफेसर लिखते हैं, लेकिन उनके आचरण शैतान बच्चों जैसे हैं। रामगोपाल यादव जी ने जिस तरह की शब्दावली का इस्तेमाल सुप्रीम कोर्ट के प्रधान न्यायाधीश के प्रति किया है, ये न्यायपालिका की अवमानना भी है। समाजवादी पार्टी के संस्कारों को दिखाता है कि समाजवादी पार्टी देश के संविधान पर भरोसा नहीं करती, देश की स्वतंत्र न्यायपालिका पर भरोसा नहीं करती और गाली गलौज की भाषा का इस्तेमाल कर रही है। ये बहुत दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है, बहुत निंदाजनक है और